Hello, this is Rusty. Welcome to a video. I've reset the channel after a small glitch in YouTube. Meant that the channel actually got deleted for a little bit. Ooh. Luckily, it was a mistake in one of the algorithms and they realized it very quickly and restored all the channels that were affected by that glitch. Now, unfortunately, I had lost some of the videos in playlists, but because I'd already got bored of Flat Earth at the time and decided, hey, I might go back to gaming, I didn't actually have any Flat Earth content that was affected. I'd already chosen to get rid of all of that before. So I'm not really that invested in the gaming content either, especially when there's holes in the playlists. So I'll start the channel yet again. And I thought I'd start off by looking at a claim from Taboo Conspiracy that they think they found where a long-distance observation proves that the Earth is not a globe. We've all seen these before, so let's listen to this one. If I can get my hand to the keyboard, that is. And I have to mute the microphone.
The camera height was at 16.4 feet, and the distance to the target ship was 34.6 miles, or 30.1 nautical miles. The heading to the boat was at 311 degrees. Here was the tracking of the ship on marinetraffic.com. The distance was 34.6 miles and the heading was 311 degrees. That puts the Burj Mawson in front of the setting sun at 311 degrees as shown on timeanddate.com.
Okay, that's fair enough. We've got some data there to get started with. So we've got a camera height of 16.4 and we've got a distance to the vessel of 34.6, and from that we can work out what the hidden height will be for this observation. We're going to use the Flat Earthers' favourite 8D squared, but to find the distance of the observer to the horizon first, we have to work it backwards. 16.4 feet times 12 gives us the observer height in inches that we normally pull out of 8D squared. So if we want to find the distance, then we have to divide all of that by 8, which usually multiply distance squared by, and then this gives us distance squared, and we can take the square root. Oh, how do I get rid of that radical without getting rid of it like that? Good. No, still missed it. Come on, get to the end. Thank you. 4.96. That's what I was expecting. So this is the distance from the observer to the horizon based on an observer height of 16.4 feet that we've converted into inches and divided by 8, which is the 8 inches per mile squared. That gave us miles squared, so we square rooted it to find miles. Straightforward enough? I hope so. So if we deduct that from 34.6, that tells us the distance from the horizon, where the observer's line of sight intersects the horizon, to the target, which is the ship. It's the perpendicular line coming up that is perpendicular to the surface where the ship is. So we now know that is 29.64 miles in total. And if we want to work out the hidden height from there, which is the same as the drop when we've already worked out where the horizon is, then what we do is we square all of that. I'll put it in brackets to make sure it does it properly. That's right. And we multiply it by 8. That is the hidden height from the horizon to the ship based on the total observation distance of 34.6 miles. And of course, we want to see what that is in feet rather than in inches because it's easier. 585.69 feet using 8D squared to approximate both halves of the calculation. Let's see if Taboo Conspiracy gets the same figure.
The Burj Mawson has a maximum draft below the water surface of 62 feet. The total hull height would be 1.7 times the maximum draft, which gives us a total hull height of 105.4 feet. You subtract the average draft of 42 feet from the hull height of 105.4 feet, and you get a visible hull height of 63 feet. In other words, the height from the waterline to the top of the hole would be close to 63 feet. According to the globe, at a distance of 34.6 miles and an observation height of 16.4 feet, 587 feet or 179 meters should be hidden behind the Earth bulge.
So first of all, they included a .03 that I didn't include, and they didn't cite at the beginning. So there's a because of that on its own, let alone because of the approximations that I used using 8D squared. So we've got a result that is consistent for the context that we're applying it. 586 feet is the target hidden height using geometry. But is this alone enough to prove that the Earth isn't a globe and that it is flat? Well, we haven't got there yet because we haven't seen the observation. So stick with us, and Taboo Conspiracy will tell us now.
That means the supposed Earth's curvature would block over 9 of these visible holes stacked on top of each other. And that's assuming a perfectly smooth ball with no waves or swells obstructing the boat at the geometric globe horizon. Let's watch the footage and see if the video evidence matches the globe.
The rather unremarkable answer to that is, well, kind of yes. Because what Taboo Conspiracy hasn't mentioned at all, being a flat earther as he is refraction. All he's done so far is plug in the geometry. And the geometry says that there will be a 586 foot hidden distance for an observation of 34.6 miles, where the observer is 16.4 feet high. What about the effects of refraction, Taboo? You know it's a thing. We can see it in your video. Or do you think that the edge of the sun looks like this and that the ship looks like this? Also, he's asking whether it matches the globe, but hasn't mentioned that on the flat Earth, 63 feet of hull should be showing up. He made a point of making that plain to us to paint what the globe prediction was, but did not make a point of painting it for a flat Earth prediction. Flat Earth predicts that we should see 63 feet of that hull from that distance. And it's not below angular size because we can see the superstructure. The stack, you can see, is thinner than the hull is wide, or deep if you prefer, because it's 3D. So because we can see the stack, we should be able to see the hull if it was just a matter of angular resolution. It's not just a matter of angular resolution. There is a reason we can't see the hull, and that's because the Earth is in the way. We can see the waterline cutting off the superstructure, and we can just see the back of the ship, possibly, at points in the video as it progresses. That's a couple of feet. Now, he's given us 63 feet of hull, but he also gave us a way of estimating the superstructure, 2 3/4 times the height of the hull, which comes out at around 189 feet, I think. I've done 63 times 2.75. So it's just going to work it out itself. So there's our hidden height, and there's what we can see. So now the hidden height for what we can't see is 412.75. So in order to hide 412.75 feet, how much refraction would we actually need? Let's try 0.25 to start with. Is that enough to hide that? 417 feet? Nah, close enough. 417 feet are hidden by medium refraction. Does this look like it could be justifiably called medium refraction? I think it does. If it is possible for medium refraction to affect the observation, which it is, then this observation is possible on a globe with an atmosphere. That has a radius of 3,958 to 3,963 miles. So the argument Taboo Conspiracy is presenting here is false. But he predicated it on the straw man by ignoring refraction. So we don't live on a globe that doesn't have an atmosphere. We don't live on a globe that doesn't have refraction affecting observations made across its surface, particularly over water. So we have the straw man argument, and we also have a false conclusion. So I'm sorry, it is possible on a globe. What it is showing us is the Earth isn't flat, because there is no reason why we would not be able to see 63 feet of hull if the Earth was flat, with an observer that had a height of 16.4 feet looking over a distance of only 34.6 miles. No reason at all. That kills his debate dead. I hope you enjoyed that, and I might see you next time. Goodbye.